Hello, welcome to the TV room. David Bradley here. Excuse me. Oh, my eyes are bugging me, and I don't know why. So, it's funny. In the midst of things that were falling the other day under the desk here, I found this box. Ta-da! It's a beautiful disc box, but it has in it something that I don't really use much because I use Q-tip. But this is a disc, but it's a disc like a head cleaning thing. It's actually a little bit warped. I wonder if the other one's a little bit warped. Well, that one looks straighter. Anyway, the idea was that you would take some sort of special fluid onto the pad. Like basically it's a white, it's not a disc in there. It's an abrasive thing. And you would put it into the drive and make the drive spin. What's going on here? Why won't this open? I want to set this down and have it open. What's going on? Oh, okay. Well, sort of. Yeah. That didn't really work. What's going on here? Okay, close that up. We open it up. Oh, okay, there. Da 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 da. And I guess there was some of the stuff that came with it that would have been in this thing. Cleaning instructions for 5 1/4 double-sided system. Supply 2 drops of solution to right portion of cleaning material. Insert cleaning disc into drive. Label side up. Activate drive for 30 seconds, just as you would a magnetic disc. Remove cleaning disc and check off the box on usage record. Allow for 3-minute drying time after cleaning disk drive. Discard cleaner after 20 cleanings. Anyway, yeah, that's a little bit. I mean, I would use it because the drive kind of holds onto it. It also has some soft cloth in here. I never really, and I know that these were, in a lot of cases, people were not recommended. They are much more abrasive than a swab. They are. They are indeed. But some people, I don't know, manufacturers or whoever, suggested that you should do this quite regularly. And I would say once every 40 years like that. You know, if the drive's working, the drive's working. Hang on, I'm going to sneeze. Anyway, so I tuck that back under the desk. Maybe at some point I will do something where I put some alcohol on. It may, and it may come in handy at some point when I'm working on some of the older disk drives that are double-sided, that are difficult to get into. Ugh, I thought I was all better. Bother. Yeah. All right, now it's been a number of days since I've recorded you, and I was looking at some 2031 things, and of course now there are some things that are gotta remember what I was doing. One thing, like here's one of these drives, and I do believe I'll turn it on. It's gonna spin, and that's bad. That is bad. That is bad. But I did find one bad chip in the midst of all this. 6522. But there are a vast number of other support chips on here, and there are many of them that can cause this failure. But what you really need to do, what I really need to do, is find a drive that is not reacting in this way, and that when you turn it on, it doesn't spin. I did go downstairs to try and find some of the other 2031s. Oh, let's set that over here. Oh, yeah. And I did find another. Actually, there were others. I mean, I could see some of them. I just couldn't get them. Oh, there. On the floor, I see looks to be a tiny little foot from a disk drive. I will set it here. And right here, here's another 2031 that I brought up. It actually looks pretty fine. Lovely, lovely shape. Excuse me. I hate to do this. Yuck. Anyway, but I've never, that I know, I've never had this plugged in. This was another one that the nice fellow came up and said, "Hey, I've been trying to get these working, I haven't been able to." At the World of Commodore 2025. So we have the cord in. We'll apply power. Oh, this one stops. That's good. It's very good. Now, I don't know if it's going to respond, but certainly we have one that turns on and spins and stops as it's supposed to. It does make it easier to diagnose other issues. Now, another thing I should be doing here, that I've not been doing, should be putting screws into little bags. I didn't know I would be getting into quite so many of these, and you know what? There are others downstairs. I've got to dig out. Well, not dig out. I mean, I know where some of them are. They're just a pet room is well by nature full of pets, and yeah, and stuff. Usually pet-related stuff, but there's a lot of stuff down there. So one of them I saw was under a bunch of things. It's on the table, but there's stuff on top of it, but that means I gotta move that stuff. And move other stuff to get to that stuff. And then get to the drive. Okay. So, 2031 turnover. Let's take off the top. Oh, that shouldn't make a difference. All the screws are out. Oh, there we go. What's going on here? Well, I'm running out of places to put things, and this is quite a lovely. Hang on. Oh yeah. So here is yet another 2031. That's the circuit board. No, it's not quite as long as the whole drive, but almost. I wonder. I've never really focused on the boards. PCB 1540 038 copyright 1981 revision A W-1819HB made in Japan. PCB number 1400038, copyright 1991, revision A. W18984, HB, made in Japan. That's the same. And I would suspect. Yep. They should be identical. They should be. They should be. But this one stops. Now, in order for me to see if this is really, talkative, etc., I'm going to either have to find a 64 with some sort of interface, a VIC-20 with an interface, which actually I know I have an interface up there, or a PET, because that also will, let me know that this whole thing is working. Well, if I keep finding long hair around, I don't have any anymore. Well, I guess one thing I can do while I'm here. By the way, it's very, 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 very early. Very early in the morning. Yes, one thing I can do that I've not been able to do before is I can take this chip out. Come on. Come on. Okay, that is one of the ROM chips. And here is another board. And I've been putting chips into boards that have not been working. And if, of course, these chips are also not working, I have no way of knowing. Mind you, I don't know if this one is working. I know that at least it stopped spinning. And that is better than spinning, because if I put this chip back to the witness mark, if I put this chip in here, and turn this on, and it spins, I know that chip is bad. But it stopped spinning. Well, that is encouraging. But discouraging, because you know what, I'd really rather find that if there is something wrong on these, that it is one of the big chips, and it's a major chip, and it's in the socket. But it may be that that is not the case at all. And it might mean further digging. And there's a lot of other chips, especially on these old board things. But I suppose I would look online. Oh! Okay, now this is different. What's going on here? Okay. Aha, this is encouraging in some ways. The lights came on. Okay, now they're just staying on. Alright, what have I done? Before, it came on, and it flashed, and the drive was spinning. Did I screw up a pin here? Let's check this. I don't think so, but let's see. There is the chip. It's a 9. 901, oh golly. 901-484-03, and it was in properly. It was in the right way round. Try that again. See, it flashed. Now it's just staying on. Okay. Well, that would indicate that this here ROM is defective. Now, just for fun, and I hope nothing else has changed, I'm going to put the one back in that I just took out and hope like crazy that the drive still starts and stops. And it does. Okay, well that is encouraging. That means that I have in fact, am I on? I'm on. Turn that off before you try and turn things off before you pull chips out. It is most pleasing. I mean, I don't hope to find bad chips. I mean, I'd like every chip is good, but if every chip is good, the drive would work. Okay. Let's see here. Anyway, as I say, it would be so nice if what was wrong was a major chip in a major socket. And it might be. I don't know. Anyway, certainly. It's strange that the way that failed and then failed differently. So here's another chip. This one is 832320N, or maybe it's an ON. Alright, let's see what happens with this. And it stops. Alright, this chip here, the 901-484-03, I'm going to put over here with chips that I know that are bad. Yes. Now, it is difficult to keep straight everything here. I should have little bins for each thing. But I think what I might do next, I think I will, perhaps I will, is I'll take the chips out of this. Now, once again, do I know if the drive will actually talk? No. But this is better, because I've now found another, for sure, bad chip. Oh, wait a second here. That's a 2031. It's not working. Maybe I should do some more chip swapping with it. I was thinking what I would do is take all the chips that are currently in this drive that is somewhat looking like it's possible, and then put them in here and see what I see. But perhaps what I should do before I do that is get the chips out of that drive, it's not working, and put them one by one in here and see what it is, because, you know. Anyway, let's say 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Anyway, I will ponder, and I will see you back here next time looking at more 2031 disk drives. Till then, have a lovely, lovely day. David Bradley, I'm your host. Signing off. Bye for now.